People get really upset about the church. Man, I've heard some sharp criticism. I've heard some passionate emotion, even outrage, disappointment. And there are many things that could spark this kind of frustration, but the big thing, the main reason is hypocrisy. They've experienced hypocrisy in the church and they don't want anything to do with that. You know who these critics remind me of? Jesus. He got upset about hypocrisy in the church. 7 times he cried out, "Woe to you, scribes and Pharisees, you hypocrites." And Jesus put in the time to have an accurate appraisal of the way the religious leaders of his time did religion. And what he saw was hypocritical evangelism, hypocritical compassion, hypocritical obedience, hypocritical purity, and hypocritical tradition. So we're going to spend 5 weeks in the 7 woes of Matthew 23. We're calling the series Woe. And I want you to hear my heart behind this study. We're not doing this just to drown ourselves in shame for being hypocrites. We're sinners, but we're not going to beat ourselves up with it. We're missing the point if we do this study just to see how wrong the religious leaders of the time of Christ were. And we're definitely not doing this series so that we can point our finger at our fellow hypocrite in our church. We're really good at spotting hypocrisy in others. Here's what I'm after in this study, church. I want my life and our church to please God. That's it. And the 7 woes convict us and call us toward that. So I'm going to ask you to engage in this study in 3 specific ways. I invite you to be praying. I believe that God can do something meaningful among us. I trust that He's making beautiful changes in our church. The second way to engage in this study is I just invite you to be part of it. Plan to be here or to follow online. And I know that it takes about 8 minutes to forget a sermon, but I think with a little extra effort, you could make this series more than sermons, and it could be a time of personal growth that we could make our lives and our church please God. And my last request is that you bring someone. You know people who are not coming to our church because they've been hurt by our hypocrisy. And if they can be exposed to these messages, they might see that we're passionate about going a different direction. They might find a different spirit here. They might find the welcome and the healing they need to give church another chance. Hey, one easy way to invite them is just to share this video. It's on our YouTube channel. Text them the link. Let them know you're going to be a part of it and that you'd love for them to join you. And hey, I'm excited because even though I know our church is far from perfect, I believe we're ready to be a safe place for those people who've been hurt by church. And if you agree with that, invite somebody, and together let's pursue a way of doing life and doing church that pleases God.